of the video recording. Probably YouTube will shut it. Do you hear why you? Oh, I'll tell you about it on the show.
Yeah. Right.
YouTube did a really dumb thing, and I want to yell about it.
Oh, I saw that on Twitter. YouTube.
It's so obnoxious. It's the most dumb reason I've ever read. Okay, hold on. TMS2. Okay, save. Yes. Replace. Record. Okay, we're recording in all the places that need it. And I will now count it down, and we shall play the song and go. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, I did that wrong. Shit. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah, because I got the other little intro thing I do. The like stupid random clips. The change has thrown me a little. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoops. 3, 2, 1.
I want you to dig and stick this guy and move. Now go to the body on him. Go to the body. Keep your right up and stick and dig and move and stick and stick and stick, okay?
Hey, I like him now. This guy is grade A government beef here.
This is the Morning Stream with Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett. Bonsai!
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Brian, what are you doing over there? Your face
I'm not doing anything.
Your face is so much closer to the camera than usual. And I'm not saying this is a problem.
Really?
Don't change it. I like it.
I have not done anything. I've not done a thing to the stuff I do.
You're more
but,
cropped.
hey, that's cool. All right.
I like it. It's okay.
Hi.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a much more upfront and personal and intimate look at Brian Ibbett and his face.
I'm staring into your soul right now.
Oh, shit! The stuff you can see! Oh, no! No, there's nothing to see. My soul is really boring. I don't have an exciting soul. It's just sort of sitting there, languishing.
I don't know how to answer that. Like, no, your soul's fine,
Right,
Scott.
right, because you don't have a way to measure it. Nobody does.
You've got darkness. Don't worry, man. You've got darkness in your soul.
That's right.
It's okay.
Yeah, you'd pull a guy's heart out and drop him in a cage into a lava pit. Of course you would.
I've got cup holders in my soul.
Oh, that's great. Oh, wait, that's from something.
And a stitch on the dashboard.
That's from something. What's that from?
I know it's not from anything. I drive a Kia Soul, so I was just saying I don't have darkness in my soul. I've got cup holders.
What's the song? Build a little birdhouse in your...
Oh, a little birdhouse. Oh, yeah, okay, there you go.
Put a couple cup holders in your soul. See, there you go. That's
Hey, I put this in the notes.
Yeah.
I was gonna wait and talk about this next week, but I'm gonna talk about it now.
Oh.
Just because we're in a lull with two of my freelance clients.
Yeah.
I have decided I'm going to do a little lift on the side, a little lifting.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna drive in the car and do the lift?
I'm going to drive in the car and do the lift, kind of like what I talked about here on the show a while back, and said, I could totally do that.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to do that. It's probably going to be like, 2 hours, 3 hours a week. It's going to be just diddly squat, but it'll be.
And isn't it kind of when you want to, like the thing will show and you'll go, yeah, I'll take that one, and then you go?
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, here's the thing. I'm seeing it as, number one, when I'm between rides, a great time for me to take care of soundography listens, take care of Coverville listens, which I have to do here at my desk anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, it might provide some good material.
Yeah, might. Are you kidding? Will. 100%.
I'm hoping it will.
100%.
It's got to, right?
100% will. There's no way it doesn't. You may have to do some sweet late night ones in the middle of Denver or something weird like that.
Oh God, that's the one. Those are the ones that scare the crap out of me. Is the like the late night,
Mm-hmm. Otherwise,
barfing
you're gonna...
in my car. That's what I don't want. I don't want any barfing in my car.
No,
there better not be any barfing.
I don't even want barfing in your car. Sorry,
No.
I have this new coffee cup thing that I put tea in that will not shut all the way. So when I go to drink it, it just dribbles all down my front.
I saw you drinking out of that yesterday. I thought it was an actual like coffee from a Greek restaurant kind of thing.
No, my wife bought these, and ththey cool, but they don't have a tangible snap when you put the lid on. So I can't tell if it's even on there now. So let's try. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that worked.
So those are like hard plastic or something?
Yeah, they're plastic, and you wash them and you reuse them, and I don't know. It just seemed like less.
You're at your desk. You're not in your car or anything like that. You could drink that without the lid.
I know. I totally could. Why am I doing it? Well, part of it was like, oh, hey, if it's just a little sippy hole, then A, will keep the heat in, and B, it won't. Okay. If I spill it, it would be less of a problem because it's less. You have less holes to spill through. That was my thinking, but I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Apparently, there's more holes to spill through than previously than you were previously aware.
Well, all I'm saying
more
is
holes.
I look forward to the Lyft stories now. Like, you have no idea how excited this makes me. I'm very excited.
Here's basically, I'm thinking, you know what? I might just do it for 30 days. Here's the deal. Because of the way my buddy Chris Brown referred me.
Yeah.
I mean, really doesn't. My buddy Chris Brown referred me.
Well, this is the one who punched he punched Rihanna in the face,
break
right?
from beating Rihanna and
that is the one I was thinking of. That Chris Brown. Got it.
If I complete 100 and I should remember the number. If I complete a certain number of rides in my first 30 days, he and I both get a $1,750 bonus.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Exactly. Why wouldn't I do this, right?
Yeah.
And that might be just what I do. Like, that might be, here we go, get approved. 135 rides in my first 30 days. Now, 135 rides is like, what is that, 45?
Yeah, how many people? Right? How many people is that?
45 rides. No, I'm sorry. 4.5 rides a day.
Oh, per day. Is that right?
That's what I have to do on average. Yes.
Wow, that's actually kind of a lot of rides, isn't it?
That does seem like a lot of rides. Now,
that's the little shorty ones.
I mean, I might. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing: if I go to the airport, I'm guaranteed a ride pretty quick, but it's going to be a long ride. If I go downtown, I think I can get a lot of short rides, or Boulder. And Boulder, I think it's like Boulder would be good rides, better tips, and probably younger riders, like college students, because that's a big college town.
Oh, sweet. Which means you could get somebody who's all high on their hash.
I could get barfies, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
barfies.
Don't want no barfies.
Yeah, they're going to keep their weed in your car is what they're going to do.
Exactly.
I'm very curious about all this. I want to see how this pans out. This will be great.
Fun. I'm excited to try this out, and just it's going to be my my what's the guy, my who's the 30 days dude?
Oh,
Morgan Spurlock. It's going to be my Morgan Spurlock experiment.
Oh, sweet. You should film these people without their knowledge.
I should totally. No, I won't do that. But I actually should just do like all the like little periscopes in between rides and say, oh, dude, just picked up this old lady. She farted the entire time she was in the back seat, and
You could do like Cash Cab and have the whole place go up in lights and do trivia like you love to do.
Well, Chris Brown did that. He doesn't. He doesn't drive as much anymore. He's still in the system, so he could do the recommendation. But he actually used to do trivia questions while he would drive people around.
Yeah, I like it.
He'd read the audience. He'd read his room, and see if it was like somebody who'd be into that.
Read his room. Like tough. I could just hear him going, tough crowd with one person in the back. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't read the room.
Ooh, doing like his best Rodney Dangerfield in the front seat. Well, anyway, you'll have to let us know how that goes. I got a funny one. Yesterday we were, where were we? Oh, we went to the arcade, like I was telling you about, and that went great. We do it for my dad's for Memorial Day to remember my dad. He used to own arcades. Told the story yesterday for those that missed it. We every year, probably for the last 5 years or so, we take all the kids, and this year Van got to go, so he was there. And went to this arcade. We like that one because they have tons of old vintage games and lots of new ones. And a bunch of the ticket crap. So it's not just, most of the time you go to a new arcade and it's like all ticket crap. This one's like pure arcade almost entirely, but they do have enough ticket crap for people who like ticket crap. And my wife loves ticket crap, by the way. She's a huge fan.
Really? Is that her jam?
She loves the ticket crap. Oh, you know what?
Did she win something that you're trying to find? Oh, did she did she win those cups with ticket crap?
No, I realized that I think this has a hole in the bottom of it. I think that's what's leaking.
Oh,
Okay.
well, geez,
Now it all
that's
makes
even,
sense. Now it all makes sense.
Wow.
Well, anyway, she loves the ticket crap because it's like gambling without the gambling. You know what I mean? She kind of
Oh, it totally
sort of
is.
likes
Right.
that. We've never really talked about this.
I mean,
but
there's that.
Yeah.
There's that modicum of, oh, I think I've got the skill to hit the button right when the light is on the jackpot button. You
Yeah.
know, it's like you see a little light spinning around in a circle, and then you're like, bam,
Yeah.
whammies.
There's something about it. You're right. And she's always. We've never really talked about this, but Kim has like she's got a little secret little gamble. Not a problem, but she's got like she likes it. I should put it that way.
Really?
She's into it, yeah. So she doesn't do it very often, but if you give her a bucket of quarters and put her in front of a slot machine, that'll be the end of the day. She'll just sit there and do it. So anyway, we go to this arcade. It's great. We have a great time. I played Joust. I played. My daughter and I played the Terminator Salvation light gun game, which is super rare and hard to find.
That's right. That's the one where you gotta you keep shooting that that gasoline truck to, or there was a.
Oh,
it's
you're
the one
thinking
with
of
the freezy stuff in it.
Yeah, you're thinking of was that Area
Was that
51?
just a regular Terminator game?
I think that was Area 51, wasn't it? Or maybe there was an earlier Terminator game.
There
Not
was
sure.
a Terminator game where you had to shoot the liquid nitrogen truck and it would freeze the T-2000.
Oh, that's
or
kinda
T-1000.
cool. That's pretty cool. No, I don't think this Salvation machine was like from 09. This is like the
Oh, Salvation, right? So it'd be the Bale.
it's
Christian
newer,
Bale deal.
yeah. And it's kind of not great. It's fine. It does whatever it needs to do, but there's something about holding a big old gun that it has force feedback when you fire it. It's like hitting your shoulder, and you have to reload it instead of shooting off screen. You hit the little cartridge underneath the what do you call that? Where you put your clip in.
Yeah,
You hit
right, the reload, the magazine.
Yeah, the magazine. There you go, the magazine
yeah,
clip.
yeah, the magazine.
There you go. Look at us with our gun knowledge. Anyway, you smack that in. They keep shooting. It's real fun and all that. Anyway, we have a great time. Good time. Everybody had a great time. We leave. And I'm really hungry because I haven't eaten anything all day. I did TMS. I rolled right into with Steven for Comic Dorks, and then we left. And I had no food. So I was starving. I said, hey, can we swing by a place? Kim goes, well, there's this chicken place that everyone's raving about, and I forgot the name of it. It was like Zacharades. I don't know what it was.
Everybody's talking about this new chicken place.
And I said, all right, can we drive up and they just give me something quick? She says, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. So we get into this drive up, and we get up to all the way to the window where there's the menu items, and we look at the menu, and it's all burgers. And we're like, what's with the burgers? Like all hamburgers, all fries and shakes, and we're looking at it going, what kind of chicken place is this? And the guy goes, and the guy over the thing goes, welcome to Freddy's. Please place your order when you're ready.
Oh, damn.
I'd gone to a Freddy's and didn't know it. And nobody noticed.
That's awesome.
It's so weird.
Was it formerly this? People in the chat room are just all over the name Zaxby's.
That's
it's got to
the
be
one.
Zaxby's.
That's the one. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. I keep hearing, but
is it? But was it a former Zaxby's that's now a Freddy's, or did you just get in the wrong drive-through?
I think we just got in the wrong drive-through, and we never saw the sign. We were Taylor was in the back seat with the baby, so we were yapping about the baby and just kind of being distracted. And by the time we got up there, it literally took until the guy said, "This is Freddy's. How can I take? What can I do for you?" And I went, "Oh!" And then part of me was like, "I went, oh!" And I got excited because I'm like, "I love Freddy's." So then we ordered like a double hoo-ha with no cheese and a freaking bunch of those stringy fry things are so good over there, and everything was fine. But it was just kind of funny because how dumb do you have to be to not notice what drive-in you're going through?
Yeah, especially when it's going to be right there at the top of the menu board. Like you're looking at and I think you even said the Freddy's original is one of the burgers, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, I think it even says it. But and I'm not reading really. I'm looking at menus
right,
and looking at burgers.
The menu,
and I'm going, boy, this all looks good, but this isn't chicken. Welcome to Freddy's. And I love Freddy's. Why wouldn't I notice it's a Freddy's? Right. It's really weird. And if it had just been me, I'd have chalked it up to Scott just a dumbass. But it was
But everybody
Kim,
was that right there with you.
Yeah, Kim, Taylor, neither of them noticed. So, and the other car was full of the other kids. They were behind us. So anyway,
The chat room's right. I think you're just on autopilot. Like basically, must get the fast food. Blur 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 blur.
Beep, boop,
Brain
beep.
is shut off and.
yeah, it's
That's
great
funny.
though.
By the way, should we trigger Kim real quick? You want
Yeah.
to get her and we'll see if
dude.
this triggers her.
Yeah, like, if she was here, I'd do it. Oh, look. 21. Lucky 21. Oh,
This
where
only goes up to 18. Only
did-
goes up
sorry,
to 20,
ma'am.
so-
Hand over your chips. Oh, okay. Well, it's back to the pool with us then. And also, the only thing I wanted to mention that pissed me off about the arcade is nothing to do with the arcade itself, but some kid kifed my daughter. My daughter had a whole, so it's a nickelcade. You go in, you pay $2.25 to get in. That's like your entry fee, and it's pretty reasonable.
Cover charge,
yeah,
yeah.
cover charge, $2.50, $2.25 or whatever it is. And then they give you a bag that comes with a big bag of nickels.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's awesome
It's a
because they
great
could
deal.
easily just charge you cover and then just make you buy the nickels separately.
100% agree. But instead, they just give
Yeah.
you this big bag of nickels. You can buy more nickels if you want, or get more nickels if you want.
Sure.
It's just a nickel for nickel. It's not like you're paying extra for nickels. It's just
Yeah.
whatever the nickels cost, you pay for them.
People wonder how a bank like ours can make money when all we do is offer people change. The answer is simple: volume. Change bank.
I love that. Well, anyway, so they give you this bag, it's a Ziploc bag full of nickels. Everybody got one. And then,
Losing money on the Ziploc, I'll tell you that.
oh yeah, oh for sure. So you're running around this place, and it's at some point Taylor was playing something that needed two hands, and so she just sort of absentmindedly put her little bag of nickels right next to her, played the shooter game or whatever it was, got done, reached over to grab her nickels. They're gone.
Oh,
Somebody took the nickels.
slimy! That's absolutely slimy. What a jackanape.
Yeah, it had to be one of these kids that were running around. We could never figure out who, but it was a bummer.
And really, all I can think of are the Pac-Man games are the only video games that don't require two hands, because usually it's joystick and button or trackball and button and
That's true. We played that Pac-Man versus game.
the four-player one.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I love that. Isn't that great?
That game is legit good. Like
Yeah.
not only that, I think you get big value for your coins because you get best of 5 rounds. I'm sure you can dip switch it to the other settings and make it worse.
Sure.
But it's best of 5 rounds. Up to 4 of you are playing, 2 to 4 basically. And it is the most cutthroat, like screw your friend fun you can have in an arcade. It's so good. It's just amazing. I can't believe they can make a Pac-Man game that's still freaking relevant now and have it be that fun. It's so good.
And it's compelling, and it's exactly.
Yeah.
When I was in Boston for Geek Bowl, and I had a little meetup at this barcade place that was right by where we were staying, there was a tabletop version of the Pac-Man thing. So basically, the table we were eating at was a big Pac-Man 4-player machine, and so me and a few tadpoolers played that while we were waiting for our food to come out. It was fantastic, and then we ate on that table.
Did you notice that if you're on the table version, because they had 2 versions here, they had the table and the stand-up. The table version, if you're on the pink and yellow side, it's upside down for you.
Yes.
So you still play it. It's still normal, but all the text and UI and everything.
But you don't need the text. You don't really care. All you want to do is see the little pointy arrows showing where which person is which and who's still alive and all that stuff.
It's really smartly made and fun, and I kind of want that on like a I want to build something that plays it at home. I guess I could. There's got to be some MAME version of that.
MAMECAT. Although I guess for that you need a special.
Oh right, yeah, you can't
MAME
do
with 4 USB, like basically 4 controller inputs and stuff. I mean, it's doable, sure.
Or you just have to do the 2-player, I guess. I could live with that.
Yeah, that's boring.
Anyway,
they should make an online version of that.
They should. I'd play that. I'd play that right now. Like right now, I'd get into a game right now. I'd forget this show. I'd ignore it.
You drop everything.
Drop everything. All right, how'd your stuff go last night? Everything fine?
Oh, dude. So 3:30 in the morning, and people here in Denver. I think Civ I know is in the chat room right now. 3:30 a.m. this morning. All of a sudden, the weather decided, let's turn everything on. Let me see what all these switches do. And it turned on. Like basically, it turned on. We had hail. Yeah. We had something I've never, or if I've seen it, it's been rarely seen. Constant lightning and thunder. So it's not like Flash of lightning, wait a few seconds, thunder. Then a few more seconds later, lightning. No, it was like there was a fireworks display going on up in the clouds, and it was the constant rumbling, like an engine.
Wow, that's cool. That's like Alien Planet like kind of stuff. I love that.
It was really cool. And then they decided, that's not enough. How about hail? How about some hail?
Why not?
You know what it was? It was the first couple minutes of the Flash Gordon movie when Ming is pressing all the buttons on Earth and says, "Let's try all the weather calamities at once. Clytus, I'm bored."
That's right. I remember him doing that. He was a real butthole in that regard.
He was. And so this is all great. And it was a beautiful, show. I went outside under our deck because it would be dangerous for me to stand outside.
Yeah.
And just kind of watched for a couple minutes like, this is just beautiful. But our dog is super anxious. Like even one person setting off a firecracker somewhere in the neighborhood gets her all riled up. This is constant thunder, flashes of lightning, and hail hitting the side of the house. She was basically
just a basket case.
Big ball of anxious. Yeah.
Oh no, poor thing. And don't you have one of those little tight coat things for her or whatever it is?
We do. The thunder shirt did so little for her. We gave her a CBD treat. We gave her a thunder shirt. We cuddled up with her to kind of like get her calmed down, and she basically was just pacing and heavy breathing on wherever she could reach. Lying on the bed, like she'd basically go right up to my face and go,
oh, man. Man, that poor thing.
She was a little bit of a mess, unfortunately. So
the cat doesn't care, right? The cat just sort of doesn't care. He doesn't care about stuff.
If she does, she doesn't show it.
Yeah.
It may have woken her up, but she wasn't pacing or anything. As a matter of fact, we couldn't really see her because of the darkness. But usually, when there's thunder and lightning, and it's the normal kind of thunder and lightning, and the dog gets all anxious, Inara will rub back and forth against her. Like Daisy will be just standing there panting and staring at me like, "Make it stop." And Inara will hop off of whatever perch or wherever she's sleeping and just go back and forth and just kind of like rub against her. It's okay. She's very sweet like that.
Oh, that is sweet.
She's actually doing that to my leg right now, like on cue.
Yeah, she knows what people like.
And if I try and reach down and pick her up, she'll run and she'll go, "Hee hee hee, chase me."
Hee hee, stupid human. Hee hee hee.
Oh, I gotcha. I got the kitty.
Oh, you got it. All right. Well, look at that. Well, that's awesome.
So I'm exhausted.
You're probably tired. You probably slept very little. Hey, look, you know what? What's funny is we were both up at 3:30 for different reasons. Both were audio related though, because I woke up to this. Here I am at 3:30, sleeping like a baby, no problems. Yeah. Great night last night, sleeping, and then all of a sudden I hear, and I went,
"Oh no!"
And I go, "Oh my gosh, really? The first one is at 3:30 in the morning." And it does this for like the next, before finally at 6, I'm like, I've had it. I got to get up and, kill this thing. But I let it beep for a long time. So we're both probably on fumes a little bit today.
Yes, totally.
Best.
And I'm supposed to go to some. You remember that CrossFit thing that I did that was all themed after like World of Warcraft and D&D?
Oh yeah, going that again.
I'm supposed to go to another one of those tonight, so should be great on you're gonna 3.5 hours sleep. That'll be good. That'll be awesome.
Well, what it'll mean probably is that tonight you should sleep like a freaking rock. It'll be awesome.
No kidding. Yeah.
Look at it that way.
Exactly.
That's how I'd see it.
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. That's our fantastic day. I hope the show went up a little late yesterday. I apologize to everybody for that. It was because we were running around so much, and I had to leave before I could post it. And then I posted when I got back, and so it wasn't until like 3 or something that the show showed up on the feed. But I apologize for that. I very much apologize to YouTube viewers because yesterday's entire episode got blocked everywhere, like 100% pulled down, because we played a audioless version of the Picard Star Trek trailer.
The trailer.
The teaser that they want people to see and talk about and discuss.
They want people to share that trailer so everyone can see the trailer.
Is there anything more free than a trailer? The point is for people to see it no matter where they see it or how they see it. So YouTube shuts it down because apparently CBS, whatever, shut it down. or said it's, this is in violation or whatever. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to go look around the YouTube and see what else is on there about this thing. There are countless parodies and other things that are getting even advertisements, let alone not being blocked. I saw one that was like a Viagra commercial, but with this as the backdrop. It was like a parody of it. And that all seems to be fine.
Well, parody is protected by by copyright like that.
So annoyed, dude. So freaking annoyed. It was like it wasn't even 5, I mean, it was like 10 seconds of the trailer. It wasn't even the full trailer. And they blocked us entirely. So I apologize. If you get the show on YouTube and you didn't see it yesterday, you have CBS and freaking YouTube to thank for it. Yeah. That was stupid.
Shame on you for sharing the thing that they want shared, so people watch their dumb show and buy their dumb all-access pass service.
Also, what a waste of 7.5 gigabytes of upload, which is what it cost me to send that up there. Well, it didn't cost me, but I used that much bandwidth. Could have been used for a million other things. Think of all the horse porn I could have had while I was doing that. All right. Well, enough of all that. Let's dig into the news.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive, sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news, brought to you by
Soundography. Just posted a show this morning, brand new one. Hammond and I listened to the work of Mick Jones, Joe Strummer, Topper Head-On, and Joe Simonon, best known as The Clash. And then we follow through after the breakup of The Clash into Big Audio Dynamite, which is the band that Mick Jones formed when he got fired for not showing up to band practice or something. I don't know. It's something along those lines. Anyway, Big Audio Dynamite and The Clash on the most recent episode of Soundography at soundography.com.
So tell me if I'm wrong here. Didn't they have something to, doesn't Big Audio Dynamite have something to do with the Cars or Rick Ocasek or something like that?
Not at all. Nope.
There's no connection there.
No connection.
Why did I think
unless Rick Ocasek produced one of their, I can't even think of a production connection.
Audio Dynamite. I just have to kill my curiosity here. Let's see.
Sure.
Big Audio Dynamite.
Did they tour together maybe, or?
Well, it says here. Henry Rollins, Rick Ocasek, Ian MacKaye, Adam Yauch. No, that's not it. Here we go. All right. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Rick Rubin. Did some remix stuff for them or something. Yeah, in my head, Big Audio Dynamite has Rick Ocasek or Ocasek or however you say. You said there's a real way to say it.
Well, Ocasek is the way that it was pronounced at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, saying this is the actual way you pronounce Rick Ocasek's name is Ocasek.
Ocasek. Oh my gosh.
Ocasek, but nobody's ever going to pronounce it. Even Paulina Poroskova pronounces it Ocasek.
Are they still together? Are they a thing? Or did they break up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that would have worked out? That guy was already a lizard person.
She was just in something. Oh, she was just in the most recent Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. And they brought her back for a few photos, and she still looks amazing. She
lovely
takes care of herself.
Yeah. Beautiful human being.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong.
There were no better supermodels, Scott, than the supermodels that we grew up with in the 80s, like Cindy Crawford and Kathy Ireland and
Cindy Crawford still just beautiful. I mean, they all spend their time doing like midnight infomercials now.
Yeah, infomercials. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. How to keep your face tight or whatever they're doing.
That's right. Oh, Kentucky Fried Computer says they're not together anymore.
Oh, are they not?
Is that really true? I thought they were still together.
Oh, man. I mean, who wouldn't want to wake up to that alien every day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 2018. They made it a long time, though.
Okay. Wow. So it really just like, and then they separated in 2017. So, well, if those two can't make it, what hope is there for the rest of us goofy-looking buttholes?
Yeah, maybe they let somebody pick their bum. Maybe that's what happened because
it was the one thing that he said, don't ever let this happen.
Yeah, he said these words. Don't let nobody pick your bum. And maybe she picked his bum and he went, that's it. We're done. We're out.
That's it. Over. Finished.
Dallas Orioles like, I don't know who these people are that you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she says. That's funny because I mean I get that. There's probably a whole generation that has no idea that who the Cars were. Oh, you know the Cars because you just heard this. Shake it up. Oops. But you know you've heard it. You've heard it.
Yeah, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah.
And Zalix has no idea either. The Cars.
The
And
Cars, you
Supermodels.
guys.
It was Rick Ocasek and Paulina Porskova together from the 80s until apparently 2 years ago.
Yeah. Who's going to drive you home tonight? Actually, it's just a year ago.
And Talia, you can't use the excuse I'm 30. I was born in 1969. I still know who George Washington was.
Right.
And he and I never overlapped.
That's right. I knew who the let's see. I knew who Frank Sinatra was, and he's way before my time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm teasing. I'm totally teasing.
All right. That's fine.
Not everybody knows everybody, so it's totally fine.
It's still important to remember. That stands no matter what. Who cares what the relationship status is? Don't let nobody pick your bum.
Don't let nobody pick your bum.
All right. First in the news today, a man faked his own death. Then his wife faked his funeral, and then their son found him alive.
Oops.
Yeah.
Gotta maybe let the whole family in on this secret.
Yeah.
Or, well, at least just the close family, I guess.
It's a story we should have done yesterday because we talked about the Moldovians or whoever with their jokes.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually in a rural town called Moldova in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the body was found in the bushes along the dirt road in rural town of Moldova in the morning of October 1st, 2011, and within a matter of hours... Oh, this is the wrong article. Hold on a second. Okay, and within a matter of hours, Irina Vorchalova's phone was ringing halfway around the world. Oh, no, it is in Moldova. It's the actual place. I take it back. From her home in Maple Grove, Minnesota, she shared the dreadful news with her two grown sons. The body belonged to her father, Igor Vortonortvanov.
Vorotinov. Well, my name is Igor Vorotinov. Vorotinov.
Says circumstances were strange. The well-dressed dead man did not appear to be beaten or shot, at least as far as the investigating officers could tell. The body was already decomposing, enlisting the help of the son. Police officer brought the body to a state morgue, an old, dilapidated building without refrigeration or air conditioning, whose single green door was reachable only by a dirt path. Boy, this is very verbose, this description.
It is. This is written like a novel, like a it's a crime novel, basically.
Yeah, because it kind of, I guess it is. But anyway, if we jump to the fun part, basically what happened is let's see, here we go. On a trip to Moldova, June 2012, says a year later, while visiting his family friend at a party one night, Alcon, the son, found his father alive. To Alcon and his brother's horror and relief, the body found in the bushes did not belong to his dad, nor did the ashes in the urn. Instead, federal prosecutors said their father was living large and under the fake name of Moldova with a fake name in Moldova and the Ukraine, reaping the fruits of a $2 million life insurance policy that his ex-wife collected, despite knowing Igor was alive the whole time. So basically, it was a life insurance scam.
Scam, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
So, but did she get to enjoy any of this money that from the life insurance scam? Like how did this all work?
Well, it does say ex-husband now.
Okay.
Sentenced.
By the way,
yeah,
it is Moldova, Moldova. The guy who wrote in yesterday with the Moldovan jokes, put MUL Moldova.
Yeah, it's Mol with an O.
Moldova.
Yeah, there's no U. That makes you look like a.
And we both know that Bob Peterson corrected us on that yesterday.
Yeah, thanks, Bob.
Via Twitter.
Although he's wrong about the other thing. He had two things to correct.
Right, the Skype not existing.
Oh, right,
Skype's still a thing.
Yeah, no, the Skype's not a product anymore. It's like, yeah, it is. It's like full on. They update it. It's out there. It's a thing. You go download it. You can subscribe with money to some of its services. Like
it's just a garbage thing, is what it is.
Yeah, it's just poo now.
But it's still a thing. Yeah.
Used to be, in kind of name wise, still is like the name you think of when you think of.
Yeah, people even use it as a verb, as a general term for VoIP.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and Skype my family when I get home. Or whatever.
It's weird. Very weird.
I told my mom I'd Skype her when I landed.
You guys Skype me as soon as you get in. All right, here's a good one. Hey, I brought this up partly because I could never ask you. Did you get the tattoo in Vegas or no? Did that not happen?
I still have not gotten the tattoo. I will get the tattoo, but I have still not gotten the tattoo.
All right, so maybe that's your birthday trip or something that you'll end up doing that.
Might be, yeah. Actually, that would be perfect. It doesn't really have to be in Vegas. It can be, as a matter of fact, it's probably better if I do it with plenty of time before Vegas, because I'm probably not supposed to get in the pool with for a few days after
right
after I get the tattoo.
That's a really good point. And part of your trip is getting that damn pool, son.
It's a very big part of my trip.
Well, once you get it, and if you're happy with it, and if your loved ones, like Tristan and his progeny, are all like, Dad and Grandpa, he's got that cool tattoo. Too bad he died today because that truck ran over him. What do? You can now preserve the tattoo after your death. Ooh, and I don't mean just photos.
Wow.
You literally
are God, does this mean like you have the skin? Oh, God, no. Okay,
yes,
all right.
That's exactly what this is. So, all right, this idea came to somebody named Kyle Sherwood. He described as a semi-serious conversation with his father and his friend were having about preserving tattoos. The Sherwoods looked at two trends. There was an estimated 45 million Americans who were getting inked and tattooed and growing in popularity. Meanwhile, there was a shift toward more customized funerals and memorials. So they decided to develop a technique that would allow for the long-term preservation of excised skin art. So it's tissue preservation. Like straight up, they're skinning you. And in the case of, like, let's say you got a pair of wings on your back, tattoos. Yeah. It gets preserved under glass, like sandwiched between... You know, like you'd see. What else does
a document? That? Like you'd put the Constitution between a couple pieces of glass to preserve it.
We're gonna get that Constitution and find out where the gold is.
Steal the Declaration of Independence, and then I'm gonna put the bunny back in the box.
Oh my Lord!
What if it's your wife's boob tattoo? Do you have the boob?
No, I assume what it would be. Well, no, that's a good question. They would probably have some kind of prosthetic underneath, and then the skin molded around it, so that if it was on the shape of the boob and the you wouldn't want to flatten that out. It'd be like flattening an orange out, right? So you'd have to have some kind of prosthetic on the outside that would match the size of the boob. But yeah.
Oh, I'm not liking this at all.
Did you see the photos there of this? Did you see some of these? Oh, you got to look at some of these. Hold on. I lost my place. There we go. All right, chat, I'll put it up in your view as well, so you can see it on screen. No, they won't shut me down for this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
wow. It's cut out like an iron-on patch.
Yeah,
and just put.
Yeah, like that skin there.
It's a lot more. The whole thing's a lot more transparent. So they're not taking, like, 1/8 of an inch skin. It looks like it's just super thin, like a really thin. Oh, I guess the second photo.
It's still pretty thin too. I mean, the skin's there, but I think you're right. I think it's a very thin.
Oh, you know what's misleading? I thought that was looking at the image through the glass. That's a reflection of the. That's basically the reflection of the glass in the frame.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that one does seem a little weird, but you can see how this is like a back tattoo, and then his shoulders, arms, like all sort of spread out and flattened out. Like straight up, they just ripped that right off and are keeping it. And then
how far are we from just having somebody's head mounted on a?
I hope we're really far from that. I want to be very far from that. That would be great. I mean, here's what I'd do. I would have really nicely, beautifully lit professional photos taken of you with your tattoos.
Totally.
And then that's good enough. You don't
just lay them on a scanner. Yeah. Just put them on the old Epson multi device and
multipass. Put on the multipass. Yeah, I get it.
Multipass.
If it were me, some kind of 3D scan or a photo shoot would be enough. I don't need my back skin hanging on your wall after I'm dead.
Yeah, because all I'd be able to think about is now my husband or wife is laying there in a casket looking like one of Buffalo Bob's victims.
Yeah. And in some ways, you're actually literally putting the lotion on the skin. There's some kind of preservation goo on the skin to keep it, from falling apart or crapping out.
Yep.
So, nope.
Don't
want to do it.
It's not a thing that I'm at all in favor of. Not in favor at all.
Not into it. All right, our final story. I couldn't speak English for a second there.
Sure.
Comes from a listener who echoed a lot of you. You were all tweeting this to me. This was like a massive, hey, Scott, this is made for TMS.
This is a perfect story for TMS kind of thing.
Yeah, it was kind of out of control. So I'm going to read it now. A Washington man up there in the Pacific Northwest.
Sure, as they are.
Accidentally shot himself. Originally, the story was he shot himself in the penis. So he went in to get it worked on.
Shot him in the penis.
But
I shot myself in the penis.
while he was in there, drugs fell out of his butt.
Like a slot machine.
Yeah, totally. And then it turned out to be his testicle, which, it is a hilarious correction. The original article corrected it.
Then it turns out to be his testicle?
No. Meaning he shot himself in the testicle, not the penis.
Oh, okay. I thought, oh my God, a big bag of drugs came out. Oh, never mind. It's his testicle.
It's his testicle.
My bad. Failed that day in medical school. Sorry. All clear, folks.
That's funny. But the funny bit about the testicle thing was the article itself had this like very professionally done sort of description of everything, and then at the end, like a day later, it says, correction. We had previously reported the man had shot himself in the penis. It turns out he had actually shot himself in the testicle. We regret the error. It's like, dude, close enough. You got it.
Yeah, exactly.
You freaking got it.
That's exactly. That's somebody complained. Sorry, I just have to correct you on your fake news.
Yeah, fake news. It was a testicle, not his penis. News Radio KPQ reports Cameron Jeffrey Wilson, age 27, shot himself with a small pistol and was tucked into his front pocket, according to Wenatchee World. Wenatchee. Okay, Wenatchee. I like that. Before he went to the hospital, he had his girlfriend take him to a friend's place so he could drop off the gun. He is a 13-time felon, so, that's why he's getting rid of the gun. He wasn't supposed to have the gun. That's like literally not supposed to be in his pants. While undergoing surgery, a balloon containing pot. Oh, it was pot, not cocaine. Pot slipped out of his anus. Bloop. Just a little bloop.
Just a pot? Why would you... You shouldn't have to smuggle pot in your anus.
Especially in Washington. In Washington, I know. Why would you do that?
Okay. Well, I'm glad we've kept him from procreating.
The office was called when deputies searched his car.
I think he just wanted to put something up his butt. Yeah. I think that's the situation.
Or he thought he had something else, maybe, because they did search his car and they found meth, a bag of meth, and blood-stained jeans he'd taken off before going to the hospital. That's where he shot himself. They reported they opted not to arrest him at the hospital. Instead, they issued a warrant on suspicion of second-degree felon in possession of a firearm, unlawful possession of meth. He was charged April 16th. According to the New York Post, when he turned himself in on April 18th, he was strip-searched in the jail, and another balloon of pot slipped out of his butt.
I really hope that somebody tells him, you could just have that bag in your pockets. You just can't smoke it out here, but you can, you can walk around with it, man. It's totally fine.
He was arrested and charged. That's so funny to me that it happened twice. He was charged with possession of a controlled substance in a correctional facility.
My pockets were all full, man. I know where else to put it.
I was told this is where I was to keep my weed. To cap it off, he was recorded calling his girlfriend and telling her not to cooperate with investigators. According to the police, the recording reportedly led to charges of tampering with a witness. He remains in jail awaiting trial. That guy's bad at being a criminal, dude.
He's really bad at being a criminal. He's I know we keep bringing up Fifth Element, but he's the give me the cash guy. That's exactly who this guy is. Like the whole story I'm visualizing is that guy with the picture of the hallway on his head
and out there dancing and laughing,
doing his little dance in the hallway.
He's the best. We were talking about him Film Sack. By the way, Film Sack this last weekend was great. Y'all should check it out. But here's that guy. He's I'll play him real quick here.
One of my favorite.
He's right here. That's him laughing.
That's the sound he makes when pot falls out of his butt.
Yeah, this guy's a bad criminal. Go back to trying again.
Yes, not a smooth criminal.
No.
If there's an opposite of a smooth criminal, it's this guy right here.
Yep, this is all true. Weight Watchers in the news. I got this for you. Okay, so this is for you.
Thank you.
There you go. Weight Watchers removes a Weird Al statue after a controversy. Have you heard about this?
No. There's a Weird Al controversy?
Yeah, this is very odd. Weight Watchers has officially removed the statue of Weird Al Yankovic from its corporate headquarters in Manhattan and will no longer play Yankovic's Now That's What I Call Polka in their television commercials, the organization announced in a statement on Monday. This follows last week's decision by Jenny Craig to suspend the use of Yankovic's rendition of Dare to Be Stupid in their latest exercise video release called Let's Lose It 2019, while they investigate an allegation of sizeism against the singer. Sizeism.
Now, before we go... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, why did Weight Watchers have a statue of Weird Al Yankovic, first of all?
I don't know. It makes no sense to me. They covered it, and then they removed it. So let's see if this says.
Yeah.
Channel 8's R.J. Fletcher reports Thursday is confirming conflicting claims about Yankovic's 1988 song "I'm Fat," done to the "I'm Bad" thing.
Sure. Yeah.
The song was a parody of a pop song and was considered satire, but has also been said that Yankovic, a vegan, hates obese people. Weight Watchers released the following statement on Sunday. Weight Watchers enjoyed a long, popular relationship with the Now That's What I Call Polka, as performed by the legendary Alfred Matthew Yankovic, a singer who was awarded the Grammy Award for his playful contributions to our nation's popular songs. But in recent days, we learned that several of the songs in Mr. Yankovic's that he performed in the 1980s included lyrics and sentiments that are incompatible with the values of our organization and evoke painful and unacceptable themes, says this. I don't know why he's involved in the first place.
Right. I don't know why there would be a Weird Al Yankovic statue at Weight Watchers. That's the weird thing. And even trying to find a photo, all I find is him standing with a statue of a girl holding a purse or something.
Now I worry about this.
Oh, it's a picture of him standing with a Marlo Thomas, that girl.
Yep.
Because she looks like she's about to throw her hat up into the sky.
I'm trying to see if this is a parody site, but everything on here seems legit. Hold on.
Yeah, I just don't understand why there would be a Weird Al Yankovic statue. It's got to be fake.
It seems fake, but all these other articles seem legit. Like the review "A Star Is Born." Courtney Cox is criticized for wearing her hair in cornrows on vacation. Let's see. Akira Taiki Wakatiti excited to be next director to not direct Akira for Warner Brothers.
Yeah, this feels
I can't
like
tell. I'm not sure. They just aren't clear here if they're real or fake.
Is there where's an about? Oh, here we go. About 2guys1review.com.
Yeah, what is this?
Let's see. We love to review films, books, comic books, music, cartoons, video games, blah blah blah.
Yeah, because they don't. If they're parody, they don't say.
Yeah.
And some of this is legit. Like I know that Ridley Scott's doing another Alien prequel. That's real. That was announced the other day.
If it's a parody, it's so poorly done that it's not ironic or funny or to have comedy, you've got to have some sort of like irony or coincidence or oh look at that twist. But to make up a story that there was a Weird Al Yankovic statue in the first place at Weight Watchers, which I can find no evidence of.
Yeah, it's not here. Weight Watchers. It can get worse for Weight Watchers stock. Oh, I guess their stock is way down or something. They're losing their stock.
I mean, I believe in Oprah. I certainly believe in Oprah statue, right?
Yeah, I could see that. Oh my gosh, Oprah Winfrey on her own lost $558 million in Weight Watchers stock.
Wow.
Oh, they're hurting, dude. You better hurry up and lose all your weight before they go away. Hurry up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the only two places I can find this are on this 2guys1review and on Reddit.
Yeah. I think I'm going to call it BS. It's a weird thing because the rest of their site wants me to take certain other things they do seriously.
Yeah.
So I can't tell. Yeah, F those guys is what I'm saying. All right,
All
we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna try to call Jury. He's in Italy, Sicily to be specific, and so we're gonna try to bug him. If we can, great. If it works, great. If not, we'll do Call Now, which is this
Call now,
where you guys call in and ask us questions and stuff. And to make even
Tell
more,
us what we did wrong,
and have some, and need to make it even more fun today, I'm going to not going to say it won't be for everyone who calls in, but randomly I'll give some print packs away to people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I say all this assuming that he doesn't actually make it through, because I don't know. But if he does, great, we'll do it. And if he doesn't, that's fine too. All right, let's take a break. Let's play a song. What do you have for the mid-break today?
I have a song request, an Indie in the Middle request from Ryan in Michigan. He's been a fan of an artist who plays under the name Saint Lennox, Lenox, and specifically wanted to recommend the song Vincent Van Gogh. This is very cool. It's kind of got a like Flowbots kind of no handlebars quality to it, like the kind of spoken word over the musical arrangement. I kind of like it, and it's obviously very personal to the Saint Lennox guy. Totally like it as well. I don't know what album this is from. I wasn't able to find that, but you can find him online and at Facebook. Saint Lennox, Lenox. Here's the song Vincent Van Gogh.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
You give me any problems, I'm going to turn you into 170 pounds of dog chow. Now, you call me in a couple of days. That's the drill.
I'm playing a game.
Whoops.
The Morning Stream. The Cavalry's here.
All right, some updates on this story. Yeah, we it looks like it was just garbage. It was fake.
Yeah,
it happens once in a while.
And fake news that's just not funny.
No, it's just dumb.
Not give us a punchline. Give us a joke. Give us something to kind of chuckle at. Like, oh, I get it, because it was
Yeah,
it would be like
go to the
all right,
Onion.
say the Oprah statue got pulled because she did a thing where there were fat people under every chair. Look under your chair, there's a fat, but you get a fat person, and you get a fat person, or something like that.
Yeah, and go read the Onion and learn how to do it.
And I'll admit that even what I did isn't funny at all. But
Right.
I'm not trying to write a blog about it and pass it off as a real article.
No, that's a good point. Like this. Here's a funny one on the Onion, and you'll like this because you like Will Shortz and his puzzles, right?
I do.
Says here, breaking news: Will Shortz frustrated that police yet to crack taunting puzzle revealing locations of 40 years of murder victims. The idea that his puzzles have always just been hints about where the murder victims are. That's funny, right? On its
That's
face.
funny. See, that's funny.
Struggling single mother seriously considering putting baby up for audition. That's funny. Like, these are funny. Like, they know what they're doing. All right. Let's take a look at...
Let's see if we got a Gerbs. If a Gerbs is available.
This is funny. Listen to this. Cory Booker tries to relate to rural voters by mangling his hand in a grain auger.
See? That's fine, because even though you wouldn't really see that happen, there's a little bit of a possibility that, yeah.
My favorite today is Nancy Pelosi slams edited footage with claim that when she's drunk, you'll effing know it. That's pretty good. All right.
That whole thing.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that thing's so jacked up, man. Welcome to, I don't know, whatever we're in right now. All right, let's give this a shot. I feel hopeful that this will work, except that he's not online, so I feel a little less hopeful now. I was hopeful a minute ago. Now I'm a little less hopeful, but we're gonna try. Let's see if he texted me. I'm gonna save the show. Okay. Okay, so, Justin? No? All right, still not lit up. Let me text him. Trying now. Discord. I don't have a way to call his phone, or I would. But that would also probably cost him, wouldn't it?
Right, it would be like it'd be a $40 call to find out if he's in a place where he can talk on the internet.
Yeah, that would be bad. All right, we're giving this a shot. Like I said, Chad, if this doesn't work out, we'll do call now. Oh, that just went in my eyeball.
Aw.
You're really struggling with drinking out of this thing. Maybe these suck. All right.
How many did she buy? Like a 6-pack?
Yeah, there's like a whole deal, like a tumbler set or something. And her idea was, he wants me to try Skype. I can do that.
Okay. Skype? But Skype doesn't exist anymore.
Well, if you'd... Let's see. He says he doesn't see anything. I'm guessing he's in a poopy place. Let's see. Justin.
Works for everyone else.
Robert Youngman.
That's what we need, an audio clip of him saying that.
Everybody but me.
Everybody but me.
Right. We'll try this. Why does it ring like that? Isn't
That's
it usually
Italian?
Isn't that usually do? Oh, this is an
Not
Italian.
on our side. Yeah, we don't. It doesn't ring like that for us. It rings like that when somebody calls us.
Oh, but when I call Schleicher, I get the doon doon doon. I get that.
Oh yeah, right. Because we danced to that one. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know why it's different in Italy. It's Italian for Skype.
Totally right.
Tried and no work. All right. Well, I'm going to give this about about 20 seconds, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
It was a fun idea.
It was.
But hey, I mean, our original plan was we wouldn't see him for 2 weeks, so it's not that big a deal.
Right.
We just thought we could squeeze it in. No. Okay, no answer.
It'd be great if Skype ringing in Italy was da dun da dun dun da dun da dun da dun.
That'd be great if they did that. I would
Yeah.
like legit think that would be cool.
That
Like
would really be cool.
I would, yeah. Like they have the power. They're Microsoft. They have all the money they need. All right, here we go. I'm starting this up again. All right, there is no Jerry today because we tried to call him. It doesn't work. He's far away. He's in a place of far awayness. Far awayness.
Far awayness. Don't let your balloon full of pot fall out of your far awayness.
Yeah, your far awayness is showing. All right, so instead we're going to do...
Call now.
That's right. We're going to play a little call now. That means you guys get to call now and be a participant in the show. I'm going to be giving random things to certain people. That is to say little print packs and stuff I will mail to you directly. And all you got to do is call 801-471-0462. That's 801-471-0462. You'll see it in the chat. This is for everybody live. Let's answer this one, see who this is. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
It's September, 9 of 12.
Ah, September.
Hey, September.
It's nice to have you here. What is on your mind today, September? What's going on?
Well, I wanted to make a quiz suggestion, but I thought the song might be way too obscure.
Oh, all right. Well, you could try it,
is
but
it
if
something you want to say here, because
yeah, if you say
to hear and think about it,
Because then it gives them time to look it up, or what?
well, I wouldn't look it up necessarily, but yeah, as long as it, like if the category you tell us about doesn't give away the answers, I'm fine with it.
tell you what, actually do this. Tell me the artist, because I've gotten a few song ones that I thought were too obscure. There's one that's a train song that I thought was a little too obscure. There's a Daft Punk that I thought was a little too obscure.
Yeah.
I did Facebook message you one that may or may not, but I can't remember the artist.
Yeah, and I think
the other one is
I think the one you sent me, the initials.
It's a number.
The initials are LB, right, for the artist.
Right.
Oh,
yes. That one I'm using.
Larry Bates. Larry Bates.
That song's by Larry Bates.
Long Bertha. No. All right.
But the other one is just about a certain number of people and a certain number of lines about them.
Oh, yeah, no, way too
Brian
obscure.
probably knows what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think so. The one you're talking about is The Nails, 88 lines about 44 women. And I don't even think I would be able to come up with more than one name in that list.
I don't think I know
I can
any.
tell you the problems they had. Like, someone was Bohemian Sword. She liked all kinds
Right,
of
but
things.
the names are common. You could probably guess a certain amount.
Maybe. So
No,
hold
that's
on.
true. That's true.
Hold on. Is this the song? Who sings it? Who sings that?
The Nails do that one.
Okay.
88 Lines, about 44 women.
I'm trying to think if I would
It's
know
a great-
one.
It's a great song, and it's the one that the chorus, or there's not even really a chorus. There's like a humming.
Yeah. I don't know this. I don't know this song enough. I can't think of a single name, so I'd lose. Maybe
Yeah.
Dunaway would too. I don't know. Huh? We'd have to try it. Well, thanks for calling and letting us know. Lines are open, everybody. Let's see here. Where is it?
And here's the dumb thing. It just dawned on me that September's name is 9 of 12 is
Yeah.
a reference to September. I thought it was the Borg. I thought it was a reference to the Borg from Voyager. Right?
This is 7 of 9. Her.
7 of 9, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 of 10. That's a cool. That's another
9 of
Borg.
12,
I'm
yeah.
sure that look, whatever numbers you have of Borgs, there's always a something of something in those Borg groups.
Well, but I think it's a combination now. 9 of 12 is the 9th month is September of 12. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh yeah. 9 of 12. Oh, 9. Yeah, that's great. That's actually
Yeah,
really cool.
it's brilliant.
All right, I'm 7 of
versus
I'm
both
7
of
of 12 then. Is what I am. And
Right.
you and what are you? You're
I'm 8 of 12.
8 of 12. Yeah. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
This is Robin.
Hello, Robin. How are you?
Hey, Robin.
I'm doing better. I don't have quite as bad a cold as I did last time I
Yeah.
called.
Oh, Robin from Utah.
Yeah.
Right.
Last time we had you on, you were like hacking up a couple of lungs there. You'd feeling better then, I guess.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
Robin, I've decided that you're going to be a random winner today. I know where you live, so it's easy for me to send them to you. So,
Wow, that did not sound creepy at all. I know where you live.
I'm going to send you some cool stuff. What's funny is her husband offered to bring by some catnip plants, and I haven't answered him yet because I've been so busy. But it turns out Carter's already raising a bunch of catnip. Apparently you can make a tea out of catnip that humans drink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know this. This is insane to me.
Doesn't get you high or anything, but
I thought it was just for cats. Like, what do I know?
No.
Nothing.
No, it's got a flavor.
Yeah. Have you tried?
It's like mint. You grow mint in your yard and then you just let it dry it out and then put in tea as well.
Well, yeah, but mint you think is of human consumption, right?
Catnip is a form of mint, if I'm not correct. If I'm not incorrect.
If I'm not correct.
If I'm not correct.
Yeah, I have both in our yard, and we even have some catnip and mint that have cross-pollinated, so we have a mixture.
What?
Oh, you have cat mint.
Cat mint, or wait, nipple cat. No, none of this works.
Double mint. Yeah, well, that really didn't work.
No. No, that doesn't work at all. Well, it was very nice of him to do that. But will you tell him for me that's he doesn't have to worry about it. I'm good. We got
Okay,
catnip
I
growing
will.
out of our ears,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to send you a little something somehow, some art, some prints, some stuff.
I'm guessing though that's not
Thank you.
the only reason she called though.
Oh yeah, did you have a question for us? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I did, but this has been more fun.
Yeah, well, this is always fun, right? But tell me your question anyway.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask?
Well, I was just curious if you each had something that you had an opportunity to do and didn't and wish you would have.
Oh.
Well, you can take that stratosphere jump off the list there, Brian. You can take that off there.
Yes. Well, the only time I did it was the only time I had an opportunity to do it.
I mean, that's hard because I don't really have too many regrets yet. I mean, wait till I'm on my
Cool.
deathbed or something, but I can't really think of any. Like,
I know I can't either. It's kind of funny. It's like there's nothing that if I had the chance I'd do.
I mean, there'd be things like if something came up where you're like, hey, I don't know, like, I honestly, I can't think of anything. Like, I don't have anything I regret necessarily. I mean, there are things that have happened, or there's things I'd still like to do, right? So and there's time to do them. Let's hope.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything in particular. Like even the stuff when I was younger where I like regret a relationship or a moment or a thing I did wrong or something. I regret those, but I feel like it's good that they happen because they still kind of inform who I am, you know? Like I can't bang on that too hard, I think. I don't know. Robin, do you have anything that you're just like, I wish I would have bungee jumped off the top of the stratosphere like Brian or whatever?
No, not really. One of the big things I wanted to do was run a marathon, and I managed to do one before I got hurt, so it was cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, that's great.
Oh,
I wish I was more of a runner type. Like I sometimes I like running, but it's not like I regret it. It's like I'm not. I think the last thing I'm going to worry about when I'm on my deathbed is, why didn't I run the marathon? Like that just won't be me. And for those who it is, that's great. But for me, I'm wondering what my regrets might be. Like, you're always going to feel a little bit... We're all going to feel like Schindler, right? Remember when Schindler at the end was like, I could have saved more of you, 9 schnell, right? Like, he was all upset, and all the Jews were like, no, dude, you saved tons of us. You did the best you could.
You did great. Yeah, you're all good.
So I think all of us are going to have a little of that, because we're all going to go, I should have fished more with Van, or, I don't know what it'll be, but we're all going to find out when we get there, I guess. All right. Thank you. Have a fantastic day. Lines are back open. 801-471-0462. You may be familiar with this segment.
I would have eaten that ash-filled brownie.
Yeah, right?
Call now.
Call now. Oh, yeah, that's what everybody brought up yesterday. I was talking about, I made some joke about how Death Stranding still has no release date.
And, yeah, I saw that comment on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, so I told the story of me being a very old person in an old folks' home, and a kid told me they finally have a release date, and I closed my tired eyes, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, a slight smile appeared.
And all I got was like 1,000 replies making fun of how, well, you're about to eat human brownies, brownies.
Well, it is it's the thing that people most connect with you and an old folks' home, or like being, elderly, is that you can eat some of these ash brownies.
Yeah, apparently. And now it's part of my life forever, and there's nothing I can do about
I never even thought about this, but you might be in that old folks' home, right? And you die, turn into ash, and they're going to be feeding you to the rest of the people in the same home that you were living in.
Yeah. No, you're right. Oh, my gosh. Let's not think about it. This is a bad idea.
It's like the people that you were playing checkers with are going to be consuming the ashes of your body.
Oh no! All right. Well, this is gone.
Yeah, anyway, keep going.
This has gotten dark. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
What the hell have I walked into?
Well, hello.
This is Talia.
Oh, hey, Talia. How are you?
This is Talia.
Hey, Talia.
Talia. Yeah.
Nice to have you on. What's on your mind?
I think it was last week we were talking about gambling and addiction and everything.
Yeah.
Can I explain to you some things about addiction?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Because, I'm a PhD in neuroscience, so I've dealt with it a fair amount.
Okay.
First of all, we generally divide addiction into 2 types, physical and psychological. Psychological addiction is pretty much what you think of as addiction. Like, you need it to be happy, but and it can be anything. It could be running, it could be gambling, it could be mowing the lawn like Hank Hill likes, or something. As long as it activates the part of the brain called the nucleus accumbens.
Okay.
That's the reward center, and this is what, when everyone says, like Wendy says, dopamine hit, that's what they're actually talking about. This little center that if we jammed it into a human brain and stimulated it, they'd say, all right, I'm good, I don't need to eat, I don't need to do anything until they die.
Okay.
Physical addiction is rougher in that it will overtake what your body naturally does, and when you cease taking that drug, you lose that. So heroin's a good example.
What's the difference between addiction and dependency? Because whenever I hear about physical addiction, they usually are the language is usually dependency. Is that semantics, or is there a difference?
It's semantics, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like the shakes, when you get the shakes from stopping something, that's from a physical addiction as opposed to a mental addiction.
Yeah, so like you're talking about the shakes from like a heroin withdrawal. That's because the heroin will literally replace your body's natural painkillers. So when you stop taking heroin, you have no more natural painkillers.
Right.
With alcohol, your body gets used to being suppressed to a certain point. So if you stop taking alcohol, your brain will get overexcited and you can go into seizures.
Right. Well, that's interesting because same with like benzo addiction or really anything with like suppressant effects. Your brain thinks that, oh, I've got this new source. I don't have to produce my own source of these these things anymore. And then when you take those away, your brain's like, hold on a second, I don't have any of this. Yeah, I get
Right.
that.
Yeah,
that's
it's
interesting.
rough.
Yeah. So if
Did you say there was a third type too, by the way, like physical and
No,
mental
it was
addiction?
I mean, like, I know it's just the general two types for the physical and psychological, and even that's an overgeneralization, so don't take it for gospel.
Sure.
But I mean, there are, the psychological addictions when it's really muddy because technically you're just activating the nucleus accumbens. It's just the drugs can directly activate it like 2,000% stronger, and if that becomes your normal, then everything else seems crappy.
Yeah, it's like you're right. It's like a different kind of problem. Like if you're quote unquote mentally addicted to, let's say, gambling, obviously that's there are going to be some differences between that and somebody who's can't stop playing Fortnite or whatever. But they're triggering a part of your brain that is a natural trigger. Like you're not adding something.
Still both be psychological.
Yeah. So really and so this is where it can kind of get muddy because are loot boxes gambling and stuff? It's like as long as you assign value to something, you'll get reward out of it.
Yeah.
So even though you're not technically gambling for money, it's still neurologically pretty much the same.
Right. That's interesting. Well, see, look, we got some. I think that is deserving of a free print pack in the mail. Is what I think that is deserving of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. So here's all you got to do.
Here's the bad news. It's a bunch of prints drawn by me.
Oh my gosh! What do we do?
Purple crayon on stenographer's paper. Okay, maybe Scott's. All right, we'll do Scott's.
Listen, Brian says
that's appropriate for Canada.
That's true. Brian says this, but he's actually really good and won't admit it. So Brian's sketches would be good. They would. I've seen it. I've seen you draw stuff, and I know better. So don't let him fool you. He's good at stuff, and he would make a fine addition to anyone's pile of stuff. But anyway. Just email me, scott@frogpants.com. I'll send that out to you ASAP, and have a fantastic day. All right, lines are open. You can call us, 801.
I love Call Now.
Oh, Call Now is fun.
Call Now.
It's a great time. It's a time for us to connect with our community in more meaningful ways. Listen to what you have to say, take your questions, and answer them the best we can.
While we're waiting for another call, I was going to answer this one as a little hesitant. I was very hesitant to answer this as not really a regret, but an opportunity that I had for something that I declined on because I got weirded out by it. That still looks kind of like a what if. I don't think it would have changed my life, but that's while we're waiting for another call. I'll go ahead and talk about this because I didn't want it to sound all creepy and gross. But so I was in high school, last year of high school. Buddy of mine was a guy named Jamie, and he had a friend that he wanted to set me up with. And she was really attractive. She was very pretty. However, she was a stripper.
Okay, nice.
And that weirded me out to the point where I just couldn't go through with it.
Oh man.
And it is a weird regret, and it's like Brian, you're gross, but I guess maybe I'm not gross because it weirded me out and I didn't act on it, but it's still kind of like I don't know. Should it be a regret?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like the thing is with it may have been like a enlightening experience because maybe what would have happened is you would have gone on that date and come out the other side going, oh, she's like any other girl. She just is doing this for a job, like.
Right, and I hung out with her for a while. Like it wasn't like no, keep away. But we actually, it's funny. We watched Pretty in Pink together, cuddled up on the couch. She fell asleep, and I'm like, this is weird. So I I took off and just basically took a bus home.
Should have. What kind of stripper? Like working the pole type stripper, or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean like a paint stripper. No, she was like a working in a strip club stripper.
Is a paint stripper a thing? Even is that a thing? Like, can you be?
Yeah, except I think it's more of a chemical than a person.
Yeah, let's see. Paint. Oh, you're right. It is. I can get it at Walmart.
And she was super nice, and I think it wasn't fair to her because she was actually, I heard that she was interested in me, and I feel bad that I basically just kind of cut her off because because of what she did for a living.
Well, I bailed on a girl for being too tall, so I understand this. It wasn't the same as stripping, obviously, but she was like 3.
I can't date her old age. She's too tall.
She's too tall. It was a very Seinfeld problem, absolutely.
She's a giant.
But she really intimidated me. She was beautiful too, but she was like 3 inches taller than me. And I had a caller, and then they hung up. Why?
Oh, maybe it was her.
Call back.
Anyway, Lisa, if you're still out there, I don't even know her last name. I'd Facebook her and see, if everything turned out okay for her, if she went down a dark path, because you can end up down a dark path at jobs like that.
Yeah, I mean, yes. We'd like to think. I mean, I would like to think that every time I hear about a stripper, my automatic thing, or somebody who's working in, even just in, I don't know, someone who wants to be a hooker or whatever, I always think, oh, well, they're independently choosing the thing. This is the thing they want to do,
right?
And I always want to think that. But I know that like a huge percentage, maybe there's some, but there's a huge percentage that don't want to be there. It's a last resort.
Like I'm doing this just to pay my way through college, basically, which I think was her situation.
And I always wonder, this is controversial, so I guess send your emails, but I always wonder if we just legalized prostitution, if it wouldn't open it up, kind of like, legalizing marijuana and its various uses. If you open it up, it just becomes legitimized, and then you have healthier work conditions, and you have, just a more moderate kind of approach. I don't know.
Taxes from that can kind of go towards things like schools and parks and stuff like that. So
I know I know that makes people cringe when I say stuff like that, but I just don't know is the problem. Actually, I think that's what it makes me think, hey, we should try it. Others are going to say, no, we don't know the results, so why would we try it? Like, I understand that that's the difference, but I'd be curious. I mean,
I'd be curious to see what that would do to it too. I also didn't want to answer that way, tell this story with Robin on the line for whatever reason. Like I was worried about, well, one regret is that I never dated a stripper.
Yep, I never did date that stripper I meant to date. She was real good. Yeah. But this girl that was too tall for me, she's the same girl that we were on the date and the Yugo and the steering wheel came off. That's that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
So that was embarrassing, but also she was fine and she was laughed and she was cool with it. So I could have just kept going out with her and I didn't do it. And somebody told me she went on to be like a model and all this, like she was a hottie McHottie, but I was too short.
Well,
and if you know me, if anyone's met me, you've obviously met me. You and I are both tall. We're tall guys, and if you see me in a crowd, I'm like one of the tallest guys in the room. So imagine that, but taller. She was taller than me. It's crazy. Yeah.
I guess the one thing, and again, it kind of speaks to any choices we've made in our life got us to who we are and where we are right now. So I'm glad that if it would have had any effect on where I ended up married to Tina and this whole situation, then I'm glad I didn't date the stripper.
Right.
Sorry, Lisa.
The butterfly wings flapped in the right direction for Brian Ibbett.
That's right, exactly. Keanu didn't come back and change this past.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to have regrets, so I try not to have them. And right now, I don't have any.
Did the caller never called back?
They never did. I think they got scared off or something. But we're at about time. Unless you've got a last-minute call somebody wants to make, I'll leave it open for another 2 minutes here. 801.
Last chance. We could actually do these emails, and if anyone calls in while we're doing the emails, then
that should be a way to do this. So here's this.
Call now.
And now I'll read an email. This is from William Townsend. Isn't that a famous? Why is that name familiar?
You're thinking of Pete Townsend.
Oh yeah. I saw his belly at the.
You did
at the Super Bowl.
As did everybody who watched that halftime show.
Miss Pumatastic, tell me that's not true. She says, I called in.
I hope that's not true.
She says, I called in, then my anxiety got the better of me, and I went and threw up. Did you really? Because we're easy. We're so easy. We're not
super duper easy.
Yeah, it couldn't be more easy. All right. Well, if you feel like calling back, you certainly can. If not, really? Oh, I feel so bad. She says 100% true. I feel bad. Don't feel that way about us. We're just a couple of doughheads.
Listen, I've made people throw up before, but it wasn't because they were nervous about talking to me.
Brian makes me throw up daily.
Exactly, right? Come on.
And I don't know even why. All right.
Well, if you ever call back, we will welcome you with open arms, as long as you have a breath mint.
Yeah, breath mint first. No, you don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. You're on the phone.
We're kidding.
It's totally fine. All right, here's this email from William Townsend, who is not affiliated with the Who.
Not Pete
anyway.
Townsend. Right? No relation.
He sent this in not long ago, actually, and says, if you're still wondering whether the #1 waiting slot at McDonald's, it's usually or actually just in front of where the window is. For slot #1, you just pull up and wait. Not sure why that guy told you it was over with the rest of them. The next time you go through the drive-up, look in the lane ahead of you, and if you get your food, and you should see a delineation with a big #1 in the middle of it. Okay, I can tell him that there's not one, because the way it worked was it was pay window, pick up food window, then right there was the corner. There was no move up and a slot to park, because I know the kind he's talking about. I've been to those before, right? So,
right. Usually because of where the dining room is located, right in front of the receive your food window is like a door, and then the lobby area, right? And then the dining area. So you usually have that extra room.
Yeah, they don't have it at this one, and so I still don't have an explanation for why he thought there was a #1. Unless maybe, what this made me think of is maybe this guy was at a previous location where that was just common, and now he's working at this one and forgot that that's a thing. Or, I don't know. I'm still confused why everything's labeled 2 through 4, but there's no 1 anywhere. Like, anywhere.
Because you can only get #2 at McDonald's.
No, you can only, you can get a big #2 at McDonald's.
A big supersized #2 on your way home.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Curtis, I was joking when I said that on film. I said on Film Sack that I kissed a lot of girls who were crying and I've tasted tears. That was a joke.
Yeah, he was kidding. Brian's not weird.
Yes, exactly.
Although I do picture you at prom in the back seat just licking tears.
Like I'm dating Irene Cara's character from Fame, whatever her name was. Sing. Now take off your top.
Yeah. Now
Keep singing.
Cry for me. Dylan wrote in, says, hey, Scott, no need to read this on the air, but I'm going to anyway. He says, I ran into the same thing when I was getting a McDouble last night. Figured I'd let you know that you have the same situation, or the same situation happens to you with you again. Blah. At my local McDonald's, like yours, spot #2 and 3 are parking spots off to the right in the drive-thru lane, but my spot #1 is straight ahead in the drive-thru lane. So if you're parked and waiting outside the door into McDonald's, where food deliveries come from, the car behind you would have to maneuver around you. So next time you go through, you're at window #2, check and look. Wait, didn't I just read this exact same thing?
Well, it was somebody saying.
Oh, yeah.
Different person, same
message.
Same
well, then my answer to him is, nay!
It's funny. So it's almost like they said, like they followed the rest of the McDonald's template and said, all right, so we have the window here. Over here, we'll have spot #2 and spot #3. Oh, there's no place for spot 1. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's move on to this other. Let's go paint the lines in the drive-thru.
Yeah, totally. Well, anyway, this has all been fun and well. Thank you for your emails. I do have a mashup we're going to play. And thanks for your calls, everybody. I appreciate it. We're going to play a mashup, and it will be a good time. I promise. If I can find it. Here we go. This is I guess me playing Resident Evil 2, which I'm playing right now.
Okay.
Which I may be still playing today, except it'll be later because Kim's coming on for Skim right after this. So
a Tuesday Skim.
It's a Tuesday because of yesterday. But anyway, here it is. Let's see if this is any good. Probably not, but worth trying. Here we go.
Have you not listened to this yet?
No, I have no idea what I even say here,
perfect.
so it could
Excellent.
be really bad. Here we go.
Where do we go? Where do we go now? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What was that? Oh, shit. There's another one. Oh, shit. Oh, you wasted a bullet. I got nothing. Oh, shit. Oh, run. Get in the car. Oh, shit. Hello. Oh, really? Why would we purposely do this? Ah, shit. I don't like how these sounds. This is some horse shit. Shit potatoes! Shit. What do I do? Oh, frick. No, you piece of shit. No. Jeez, go down, you big lug of shit. Frick! Damn it. You guys scared me.
I grabbed my bloody hand. Gosh dang it. What the actual hell was that?
Damn it! Shit potatoes.
Shit donkeys. That's some bullshit. Come here, shitty Rick. How is he not dead? They're not following.
Oh, there's something moving out there.
Mixed herb GG. Oh, shit. Film. I took your crotch bullets. It's the shitter. Welcome to the shitter. This is where we take the shits. Portable safe. Shit. I'm out of holes. I got no holes. Shit. Horse shit. Shit. Shit.
It's the Red Bull. I hate them. I hate them. They're all dicks. Electrical parts. La 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 la. Are you proper dead now, you piece of shite?
Wow.
When you hear me say...
My favorite ones are always you're in the process of talking and saying, well, I'm certainly not going to go...
I know. Because they know how to get me, and the timing's the worst. Oh,
just scared the crap out of the cat. Who is? Yep, right there.
Oh, look at the kitty.
I'm locking the screen again.
The kitty. Nothing wrong with that cat. All right.
Nope, nothing at all.
We will now close our doors for business for the day, for this show. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do some stuff on Wednesday, and of course, all the fun stuff you can expect there. So the plan today is 11:30. Kim will be here, so it's an hour from now. We'll do Skim, and then at Current Geek is tonight. So what's between that? Oh, and then I'll do the Ari thing, the Frog Pants play sometime after Kim, but I got to post stuff, so who knows? It'll probably be closer to 1. And that's it. Brian, do you have any big shows today? You all good?
We're recording with Hammond Soundography, which will be out next week, but it's our Anthrax episode. And I got to say, Anthrax got a lot better for me in the late 90s, like stuff from, which album? I'll tell you. For All Kings, which is much newer, but...
For All Kings?
For All Kings. That was their 2016 album. Basically everything from Stomp 442, which came out in 1995, forward, I've enjoyed a lot more. So Stomp 442, worship music, Anthems, of course, which is all covers. So of course I love that one.
Ooh, they do a Carry On My Wayward Son on that.
They do on For All Kings, yeah.
Let me hear some of this. Hold on.
Carry on my wayward son.
All right, that's enough to get me banned, so I'll stop there.
There you go. Yep, it is. See you later, YouTube.
I'm gonna go listen. You got me all excited for Anthrax all of a sudden. I'm gonna go listen later. All right.
Yeah, I'm totally. I gotta admit, I'm digging it. Digging it.
Look at those guys. They're all in their freaking late 50s. Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Well, great. So there's that. Hey, if you want to support this show and its goings on, you can support us at patreon.com/TMS. We wish you would. If you haven't, consider it. There's lots of you listening right now that's like, oh, man, I've gone all these, like, almost 10 years of the show, or 8 years, whatever it is, and I just have never kicked in a buck. Well, now's your chance. Patreon.com/TMS. And you can find everything else you need at frogpants.com/TMS. All right, let's get out of here. Probably ought to play a song, though. What do you got?
We oughta, and we shall. How about this one? Comes to us from Sean Allred. I think Sean Allred is Sean Basic, right?
No, that's Sean Coons.
Coons. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So just Sean Allred.
Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen. I know this request is late, but if you have time around this date, that'd be great. My daughter, Daphne, turned 3 years old on Saturday. She's the most amazing little girl. Right now, her favorite song is the DuckTales theme. We watch both new and old shows. Any cover you could find of it would be awesome. Thank you guys for all you do to make our days suck a little less. Signed, Sean Allred from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Nice.
So this is a band that I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure Bill Duran recommended them to me, but it also might have been Dills as well. A band called Suburban Legends. These guys are great. They are a punk band, and they've done a couple Disney albums. And because they're younger, they focus more on the later Disney stuff. So I think everything from Beauty and the Beast forward, you're not going to get a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo cover from them, for example, but you do get a lot of newer stuff, including this one right here. It is the DuckTales theme from their album Dreams Aren't Real, but These Songs Are, Volume 1 from 2013. Here are Suburban Legends.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this
at frogpants.com.
Freeze and enhance.
Oh, okay.
Do that.
Yes.
Do that.
Freeze and enhance. All right, chat.